The president's tough talk with Europe is rattling Wall Street, creating a so-called sell America trade. The Dow Jones dropped by more than 870 points, while the Nasdaq and S&P 500 both erased gains, closing down more than 2%. This was the worst day on Wall Street this year. And that market turmoil is spilling into your wallet, with the dollar falling to its lowest value that we have seen in weeks. NewsNation's Alicia Nieves is live on Wall Street with the latest. So, Alicia, how quickly can the markets rebound after this, after the worst day that we have seen since October?
Yeah, that's kind of up in the air right now, Markie. Good morning. I mean, what we're seeing right now is a sell-off of U.S. assets, and really, it all depends on how investors continue to react on this new wave of volatility tied to what's now being called the sell America trade. What we're seeing right now, mostly from foreign investors, is divestiture of U.S. assets, everything from stock assets to the dollar to treasury bonds, most notably. The sell-off being driven by President Trump's tariff threats against European allies as he continues to push for the U.S. to take over Greenland, possibly by force. Now, some are worrying that our European allies are retaliating by selling off U.S. assets, in turn weakening the dollar, or just giving into the economic argument that this foreign policy stance makes U.S. assets more risky, so there's a flight to safety. Either way, the sell America trade really reflecting a growing concern among global investors and American allies more broadly that the U.S. may no longer be a reliable partner. In an exclusive interview with NewsNation, President Trump actually doubled down, saying Europe is just angling for a deal right now.
See, anything they do with us, I'll just meet it. If all I have to do is meet it, and it's going to go ricocheting backward. But we're not looking to that. We'll probably be able to work something out, possibly even during the next few days in Davos.
Yeah. Overall, listen, when the dollar weakens, bond yields rise, and that can translate to the cost of borrowing being more expensive for Americans. Everything from mortgage rates potentially going up to borrowing for a car loan. This added pressure is just not what U.S. households want right now, amid a time where people are searching for affordability, Markie.
And speaking of that, you know, Alicia, Tuesday marked 1 year of Trump 2.0. And during a really lengthy press conference yesterday, Trump talked about massive economic growth. How could the next few days impact those gains?
And listen, since the time the president has taken office for his second term, every word that he has said really has moved Wall Street. And so yesterday he spoke for 2 hours, and what we heard there was the president touting lower gas prices and solid economic growth. And there is a bit of an argument, for that. Listen, when we look at GDP, that has been solid. Real GDP grew 4.3% in the third quarter of 2025, and forecasts are calling for even stronger growth in the fourth quarter. But Tuesday's slide really wiped out any gains we saw in financial markets, particularly the stock market, what it made so far this year. And that is pulling and putting even worse pressure on Trump heading into this World Economic Forum in Switzerland. So any escalation of the president's threats on Greenland, that really could rattle markets even further today, raising the borrowing costs again, weakening the U.S. dollar even further. And that's even before any tariffs take effect. So the real big question is, will Davos move markets, and how will it move markets to the upside or to the downside? A lot of it all going to depend on the word of President Trump, as he is expected to speak later in Davos today. So a lot of eyes on that, Markie.
And of course, once he starts speaking, we will take that speech live. Alicia Nieves, live in New York. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.